So you want to know how to make flour paste glue for mosaics? Well, you're in the right place. I'm Helen Miles and I'm here to teach you all the tips and tricks you need to make mosaics. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make flour paste glue for mosaics. This glue is used for the paper-backed reverse method, and it's an easy to make water-soluble adhesive which is strong. The reverse method on paper is the best method to choose if you're making a mosaic which requires a completely flat surface. A floor mosaic is an obvious example. For the paper-backed reverse method, you apply your tiles upside down onto brown craft paper. Here you're looking at the back of the mosaic. You can see the ridged side of the tiles, which is the back, and the smooth side is stuck onto the brown paper. When the mosaic is complete, you would prepare a concrete bed, flip the paper over, tamp the mosaic into the concrete bed, dampen the paper, and then peel it off, leaving the front side of the mosaic. So I'm going to make another video about the paper-backed reverse method, but in this video I'm just going to show you how to make the glue. This is the glue that we're going to be making. As you can see, it's a thick, gloopy, but very spreadable glue. And this is a jam jar full, which is the amount of glue I'm going to show you the recipe for in this video. To make this glue, all you need is water and plain flour. So not self-raising, not anything fancy for making bread, just plain old flour. So I've taken 300 millilitres of water, which I'm going to pour into a little saucepan. And then I'm going to add the flour to the water. So I use 3 heaped tablespoons for 300 millilitres of water. And I measured this out earlier and it comes to 50 grams. So you've got 300 millilitres of water and 50 grams of flour, and I've just added the flour to the water while the water is still cold. And I put it on a hot plate on its highest setting, and right from the start I am stirring. So the trick is to keep stirring. So it's like making a bechamel sauce. You don't want to leave it standing because then it will get lumpy. So keep stirring. So I've still got a few lumps in here. So I'm just pressing them out against the side of the pan. So this 300 millilitres of water and 50 grams of flour gives me quite a lot of glue. So this glue, if I was working full time on a mosaic, this would give me enough glue for about 4 days. So it's certainly more than enough. So you can see now, I'll keep stirring and the clumps of flour are gone. And I'm going to keep stirring until it begins to thicken. So you'll probably think that it's never going to happen because it's still very watery, but don't despair, just keep stirring. So you can now see that it's beginning to thicken. So it's very much like a bechamel sauce at this stage, and at this point I turn the setting, I'm just turning the heating down so it's cooler. So instead of having it on 5 as I had it before, I've got it down to 1, and it's thickening very fast now. So you don't want it to be a solid lump, obviously, but you want it to be more like a paste or a thick bechamel rather than a pouring creamy sauce. So that's how, that's perfect. So now I would take it off the heat and leave it to cool. So you can see that it's nice and thick and foldable. So this glue will keep in the fridge for up to a week, and you can add a teaspoon of salt. You can mix in a teaspoon of salt at this stage to help preserve the glue, especially if you're working in a hot climate. And there you are. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, then please subscribe below.